I mean, it's the same mantra we've had all season. You know, from this summer, moving all the way through the season is let's get better today. What can we do today to get better than we were yesterday? And you know, we're preparing every single day for South Dakota State. Now, obviously, South Dakota State's our next game. It's the biggest game on our schedule, and you know, we started locking in on them today. We're trying to balance keeping our execution crisp, but also keeping fresh legs. You know, when we play with great pace on the offensive end, you know, we're very difficult to guard, and so you know that's paramount. I mean, we got some guys playing some heavy minutes, and so making sure their legs are fresh, and at the same time, we have some talented guys that are, you know, playing roles off the bench, and those guys need to, you know, be ready to go, sit at the edge of their seat, and depending on foul trouble, depending on matchups, you know, they need to be playing at a high level, and so everybody needs a little bit different level of work right now. So we're trying to make sure we're on the same page there, and we grind out a lot of video this time of year.
So what's the focus in practice as you get ready for South Dakota State?
You know, the keys for them are, you know, we weren't very good on ball screen D last time. They were very comfortable, particularly, you know, George Marshall and DeAndre Parks, who are, you know, two all-league caliber guards that were very comfortable when we played at their place. Now, at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's always been kind of the tale of two games from their place and our place. You know, I believe statistically, you know, we're the one place in the league that they haven't won at in the last 3 years. We've played them pretty tough at home, and they've gotten the best of us over, you know, for a while at their place. Although at halftime we're down one at their place with 6 minutes left in the game, we're down 4 points. And played them a tough game up there, and that was the first game without Mo. We've gotten significantly better with different roles, and as we've played since then. So, you know, I'm looking forward to this game. I'm looking forward to giving them our best. But ball screen D, being in gaps, rebounding, they had 26 points off of offensive rebounds last game, and then our transition D, getting them corralled early in transition is going to be critical.
Winners in 4 of the last 5. This team just, I don't know, keeps coming together, I guess, with lack of a better term. What do you see from this team that you just like to keep seeing?
You know, I mean, all year they've shown toughness, resilience, and unselfishness. And it's funny, I'm watching the Super Bowl, and literally I think Peyton Manning's been watching some of my interviews because he literally stole the words out of my mouth. And that's what I like. I mean, just like, you know, he looked at his Broncos and said, hey, this is a team that maybe, you know, has to win a little different way, and that's how we've figured out ways to win games. You know, we've played really, really well over the course of the season with consistency on the offensive end. And some games we've been lockdown defenders. Some games we've just had to figure out a way to get what we call punches, you know, 2 or 3 stops in a row and figure out a way to win a game. And we've beaten guys where they've played their absolute best. I feel like we did that the other night against Denver where they hit 23s. We did that against Stetson. We've also done it, you know, on the road against Austin Peay where I didn't feel like we played a very good game, but we just figured out a way at the end of the game to come up with a W. So, you know, I like the toughness this group has, that I know at some point in the game, you know, if we're down, we're not playing well, they just have a mentality of fixing it. And we have a number of guys that can, you know, raise their game and just make plays. You know, Max has gotten a lot of publicity this year. Jon Coffman's gotten a lot of publicity this year, but it goes down the line. I mean, you could go down, you know, all 8, 9 guys that are playing for us right now on the floor have made significant contributions and helped us to win games.
So how do you tell the guys, you know, they know they've got something special going here. You hit 20 wins, you know, you control your destiny with the tournament or with the conference. And so how do you kind of control them to not look too far ahead?
Well, and that's something we haven't had to talk about goals with this group. I mean, this group, from the summer on, we haven't had to talk about, okay, we want to win 20 games. We want to go to postseason. We want to win our conference championship. That's one of the benefits of having a more mature program that's used to winning, that's gone to 2 straight postseasons, that's been picked to win the league before, that's been in this position of being in first place before, that's won 20 games before. We're excited about where we are. But really, we don't have to talk about that stuff. The guys know. I mean, they know the standings. They know that we're tied for first with South Dakota State coming in here, and Omaha, who's a game back from us, coming in here the next night. And so, what we've been able to do is just continue with what we're doing, and that's focusing on the next opponent, focusing on today. And so it's been kind of easy from that approach, and our guys have been very mature with that, and I think that's because of our upperclassmen leadership. I mean, we have guys like Max Landis who are comfortable in these situations, and they have just a peace about them and a confidence about them, and they're not doing a lot of talking. They don't need to show the swag by drawing attention to themselves or talking about this. Like, they're just about business. Let's go out there, let's take care of business, and they've consistently risen to the occasion over the course of the year. And it's every game down the stretch is going to be a difficult game. And I'm not putting any more weight on South Dakota State on Thursday than I did on Denver last week. And, win the game, then we go on to the next game. Lose the game, then we got to flush it, and we got to move on to the next one. And it's everyone in our league is going to have a difficult next game, the way our league plays out. And so there's no one game that's going to determine your season. We'll see where it shakes out in 2 weeks.
Are both these games Thursday, Saturday?
It's Thursday, Saturday.
At the Coliseum? Or
No, they're both here at the Gate Center. Both games will be here at the Gate Center.
What difference does that make? I mean, to have a place like Coliseum, even though you get a good fan base, that still seems kind of empty, whereas the Gates, I mean, like that North Dakota State game, the energy was electric. So, I mean, what a difference does that make?
I'll be honest with you, I like both. I mean, we play in both. I feel the same energy from our guys. We shoot it well in both. Obviously it's a smaller setting here at the Gates Center, and we'll have really good crowds this weekend, and crowds have grown throughout the year. Saturday will be homecoming and senior night, so it'll be tough to find a seat on Saturday. I would imagine Thursday will be very similar, just with 2 first place teams matching up.